We can start.
Okay,
We're starting.
we're starting. Yes, welcome to OsloArt online television. We are sorry, we are a bit late today due to small technical problems, but now we are here
Me having a bad stomach. No.
together with Dan Jung, photographer and artist, livskunstner. How do you say that in English?
Lives Kunstner.
Cheers. Here we are.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, we're going to have half an hour chat about
Half an hour.
about life.
About half an hour.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
So, Dan,
See.
how come you are in Norway? I mean, you're born in Arizona, and
Yeah.
actually, maybe you could tell something about that, because that's probably also been important for your grown-up life, your childhood in Arizona.
Well, yeah. Yes, definitely. It was. I was born in northern Arizona on the Navajo reservation. My father was an engineer and was working with something they called the Bureau of Indian Affairs, which is to say they had responsibility for the infrastructure on the reservation. And when he started in the 30s, there was no roads, there was no nothing. So they were building it up. And when I was born, I was the only white child in the hospital. All the rest were Navajos. So I grew up with Indians on different reservations in Arizona, mostly. Sometimes in New Mexico, but mostly Arizona, with Navajos and other Apaches and Hopis and Mojaves and Supais and Pimas and, you name it. And this was is a very, very beautiful part of the world. Particularly, maybe the Navajo reservation is almost awesome in its beauty. It's incredible. And of course, this has affected me visually. I really believe. I mean, the colors. There were very, red sandstone and these pinon trees and the cliffs were sandstone, so the wind would blow over the centuries and make holes. Window Rock was where I lived during the war. Big, round hole, what they call a window. And it was here that I played. Here was why I went from. I was about 3 or 4 till I was 7, I think, when I moved away. And that was very important visually. And I started really with photography very early. I think I was 10 when I started really looking at through the camera. I had a little box camera. I was looking, and there was some light coming through a window, and it was hitting onto a screen door. And I had my hand up, and there was my shadows on that, and that fascinated me.
Fantastic.
So that was kind of, and it was very abstract. And then by the time I was 13, 14, I had wrangled my parents into getting me a very, very simple darkroom, where I put something over the window on a garage, on the side of the garage there, a little shed, and put up a little darkroom. It was very simple, but it was quite effective, and of course that made me very interesting for all the girls. I mean, I could get the girls in there, and it was dark. So that was
Sounds like a good idea.
It was a very good idea. So they started when I started with when I went into high school. In the States, in Arizona, when I wanted to be the school photographer, so I decided I was going to be the school photographer. So I was. Boom. If you really want something, you get it.
Yeah.
So that was my first year, and then we moved. And I found out that the teacher who had to do with photography was a typing teacher. So I took typing.
Krinkland.
Yeah, but I didn't really spend much time there because it was I learned quickly that the darkroom was right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the time I graduated, I was spending, I had 8 hours of school. I was spending 4 to 5 of those hours taking pictures, working in the darkroom. Well,
Mm-hmm.
so that was very important for me as well.
Yeah.